Breaking news, the corpse flower bloomed last Thursday in the greenhouse.
Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Allie Pye.
And I'm Lisa Diaz.
Roseville's Think Green Club successfully bloomed our campus's one-of-a-kind exotic plant last week. Students and staff were left in awe. We go to Luke Morazzo with the full story.
Roseville High's very own corpse flower bloomed this Thursday. It's the third time that the flower has bloomed, and it's a special occurrence due to its rarity.
So number one, it is the largest unbranched inflorescence on the planet, which means it basically is like the second largest flower that you guys can experience, and we have it right here at high school. It's an endangered species. It's actually endemic to Sumatra, which is in the Indonesian, the Indonesian, island chain. And these are like amazing environments, like rainforests and these beautiful places that are so different from Roseville. And the fact that we're able to cultivate these here is just like really very, very cool,
So it's really special because this is like the third bloom we've done at this school. And, we're like the only high school here in America that is actually like blooming these things, and probably like the only high school in the entire world doing that. And but the most special part about this year's bloom is that we're actually doing it correctly this time, and as you can see, we have a little shroud in there.
So the reason why it's like very special is that like the first time you try to mature it, it takes like around 10 years for it to bloom. And it's really special when it blooms because it's really, really bad. Like it smells horrible.
Known for its foul stench, the corpse flower stinks when it blooms, hence the name.
I think there's like some special chemicals and stuff that are in there, I believe. And it also is, it attracts pollinators like flies and like carrion beetles, I believe, because they don't use bees.
The flower took a lot of work to cultivate as it requires very intensive care.
Quite a bit of care, making sure that it's getting the proper water and all that stuff. And, that's actually a bigger science than you think it is. You can easily overwater things and, make sure that they're not perfect, right? And these things require like perfect in order for them to open like this. So we repot them every time they go through their life cycle. We repot them. We keep them like, with all the nutrients that they need, right? We give them a nice greenhouse to live in with a perfect, it's set at the perfect moisture and the perfect temperature. Not to mention, we have a lot of good sunlight over here. So when it throws up its tree, its leaf, it does a ton of photosynthesis. So I just think we found a really great spot to have these grow here in our greenhouse. Pretty awesome.
Thanks, Luke.
Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Jacob Odell. This year, every single fall sport has qualified for playoffs. Congratulations to all our fall sport athletes for making Roseville history. Starting on the court, girls volleyball went 2-0 last week, ending both Sierra and Pioneer's season as they advanced to the semifinals. In their game against Pioneer on Thursday, multiple action-packed rallies took place with one lasting over 1 minute 45 seconds with over 25 plays back and forth. They are now in the Final Four, automatically qualifying them for state next week, regardless of tonight's outcome. Tonight, they will travel to #1 Speed Ripon in hopes of securing their win and playing in their third straight sections match. Last week, golf finished 6th in the Division III championship with top performances from seniors Jasmine Hale and Kendall Chapin, and junior Gianna Van Sant. Cross country wrapped up their season this week in the FBL League Championships. The girls finished second overall with Mel Pearson earning first team all-conference honors. The boys finished third overall. On Wednesday, flag football played Rio Linda in the first round of the playoffs. While up 7-0 in the first half, they ended up losing the game 22-14, ending their season. On Friday, football took on Placer for their final league game of the season. The Tigers beat the Hillmen 35-23 to secure the second seed in playoffs. Senior J.J. Young had 158 yards on 6 receptions for 2 touchdowns, with one of those touchdowns being on a 68-yard play. Senior Kenny McClure had 154 rushing yards on 8 carries and a 67-yard touchdown. On defense, senior Justin Fisher had 5 total tackles and 2 interceptions to solidify the final league win of the year for the Tigers. We now go to Spencer Davis on the sideline.
I'm here with Kenny McClure after the last regular season game of the season. What does this team think it's going to look like going into playoffs?
Going into playoffs, we're strong going out to this game. I felt like as a team we did our part and we represented what we're going to go into playoffs as. I appreciate everybody and for doing their part and doing their job as a team. So, I think so.
This was a great game on offense, and especially from you. How do you think you contributed, and how do you think you're going to contribute in playoffs?
Coming from receiver, I wasn't too keen on playing a position I wasn't familiar with, but DeMarcus had my back because he came down with an injury, so I appreciate him for trusting in me and making me do my part as a team player on this team, being unselfish. A great job.
You had a long touchdown. How long exactly was it?
6'7".
And now we go back to the sports desk.
Yesterday, girls tennis played Pacheco in the first round of playoffs, winning 9-0. Every week, we have athletes who go above and beyond. Let's go in the Big Three for the week. Our first member of the Big Three is Austin Chang for water polo and football. Chang had 3 goals, an assist, and a steal in Tigers' win over El Camino on Wednesday. Then on Friday, he went 5 for 5 on extra point kicks and punted for 302 yards in the Tigers' win over Placer. Our second member of the Big Three is freshman Kendall Burcham for girls volleyball. Last week, she played in her first varsity match as a middle blocker, and she was pulled up into the playoffs. Burcham showed up and delivered, gaining huge recognition from her teammates and coaches. Our final member of the Big Three is Justin Fisher for the second week in a row. Fisher balled out last week, but was even better this week with 2 interceptions, a stunt strip fumble, a fumble recovery, and 5 total tackles. Congratulations to all our members of the Big Three. Now let's get into the game schedule for the week. Today, girls water polo plays Rio Linda for their first round of playoffs, and girls volleyball is at Ripon for section semifinals. Tomorrow, boys water polo plays Calaveras in the first round of their playoffs. There are no scheduled playoff games this Thursday, but games tonight and tomorrow will dictate Thursday's schedule. That's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more at the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now I go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Jacob. There's nothing much going on in entertainment today, so I'm going to pass it off to Luke Teal on the scene of Thursday night's football game to showcase Roosevelt High's great costumes.
I'm Luke Teal. I'm here at the football game interviewing students about their Halloween costumes. What's dressed as?
Victor Wembanyama, All-Star.
Victor Wembanyama.
Steph Curry.
I am Jesus Christ.
What inspired this?
Christianity.
I'm like Steez or like Frat.
What inspired your costume?
I love like college and like the frat life.
All right, if you had to decide, who's the best dressed tonight?
Ooh, low-key, I'm a big Greg and Rowley fan, so Zooey Mama.
I'm Greg. And I'm Rowley. From Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
What inspired you guys to wear this costume?
It was all her. Yeah, it was me. This is just my favorite movie, and I felt very passionate about it, so yeah, I had to do it.
All right, who do you guys think has the best costume tonight?
Obviously Greg and Rowley.
Inspired your costume?
Shout out Dylan Gates! The love of agriculture and the farm life.
Luke Teal.
What? Who are you wearing?
I was supposed to be a farmer, but apparently I'm Rob from Love Island.
Everybody vote Rob, Love Island, summer 2025, let's go.
Dude, I was at my girlfriend's aunt's house looking for an extra costume. They had one, I picked it up, bro. All right, what do you think has the best costume tonight? I'd say probably Diary of a Wimpy Kid. They were really tough.
Papa Smurf!
What inspired this costume?
After being green for the parade, I want to try a different color.
The Joker.
What inspired this costume?
I kind of just felt like it. I thought it would be cool.
What's your favorite Batman film?
Probably like Arkham Knight or something.
I'm Jota Tanjiro from Demon Slayer.
What inspired your costume?
I just loved the anime. Great show. I watched it with my brothers. Yeah.
What do you dress as?
Bush.
I'm Luke Teal, and that was the Halloween costume Tiger Talk.
Thanks, Luke. That's all for entertainment today. I'm Alyssa Davis, and now we go back to news.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Over the weekend, RHS's very own marching band put on a winning show at West Park's WBA field competition. We go to Genesee Adana with the full story.
RHS Marching Band and Guard is taking their talent to the next level.
In first place with a score of 70.75. 70.75 with award for high music. Roseville High School.
I was sitting up there, and they actually go like last place to first place, so we normally make it on the podium. So when they went third place, Ponderosa, and then they got to second place and first place, we were all just so nervous. I could hear like people's feet shaking, Then they announced second place was Millennium, and that's when like everyone went silent. It was just a moment of truth. Everyone just got up, screaming, yelling. There's tears, there's joy. It was amazing.
Leading up to this accomplishment, the marching band and guard has been practicing for many months leading up to the competition.
The competition, it was really fun. We went to rehearsal in the morning. It was really hot, and we were all really tired after the performance, but it was really fun.
Is proud to present Roseville High School Tiger Band and Guard.
I would say like the part that stood out for performance is definitely the fact that because our show is Painted Black, and it's already a popular song, so everyone had kind of known what our performance was going to be like, but I guess it was just very shocking to hear how nice it was out in left field. It was very exciting when we won. We were all like jumping for joy and everything. It was definitely fun.
Thanks, Genesee.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.